guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie.
And a big thanks to Mike at Furman Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Mike.
And as most of you guys probably know by now, Ram updated the 5th generation Ram 1500 this year for the 2025 model year, winning Motor Trend's Truck of the Year multiple times for the pre-facelift, only getting better post-facelift, featuring new headlamps, new front grille and bumper, as well as a tweaked tailgate across all trims. We already reviewed the 2025 Ram Bighorn with the carried over and surprisingly peppy 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V6 with e-torque. Here in this Laramie trim, sitting right above the Bighorn as Ram's entry-level luxury truck, we get the all-new regular output 3-liter Hurricane twin-turbo straight 6, with the high output cranking out 540 horsepower, 521 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this full-size pickup to 60 in the mid to high 4-second range. The standard output that we have here still makes a really impressive amount of power at 420 horsepower, which is up 25 compared to the outgoing 5.7-liter Hemi, and 469 pound-feet of torque, which is 59 more than the outgoing Hemi. Enough for a mid 5-second range 0 to 60 time, about 0.6 seconds quicker than the 5.7, and significantly more efficient with a base price of $64,000 for a 4x4 Laramie that we have here. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So as you mentioned, all new grille, front bumper, headlamps, and fog lights. The fog lights actually might be carried over from the pre-facelift, but an all new front styling and looks super clean. This black metallic paint color, although it's dirty, it really shines in this Florida sun. We mentioned these LEDs are now available standard on a Bighorn that we already reviewed. The Ram badge is all chrome. You can go for the night edition to get everything blacked out, but the chrome here in the Laramie is pretty fitting. We get a forward-facing sensor, not a forward-facing camera. It is available, the forward-facing camera, if you get it with the 360, but the additional sensor does help out quite a bit. Full front parking sensing and a panel housing your advanced safety features down below. The wheel and tire setup, we also get new wheels across all Ram trims for 2025. These are pretty cool looking, silver and black contrasted 20-inch rims, 6-lug pattern, Ram logo in the center. The tires are Nexen Rodeo HTX RH5s. The outgoing Laramies would get Bridgestone Dueler HL lenses, which were a little bit of a more expensive tire, but these Nexens have a much better ride quality compared to those Bridgestones, with the dimensions of 275/55 R20. And once they wear out, you can throw a set of 33s on here. I actually just did that with my Ram Bighorn. We'll do a video of that shortly, but it looks pretty cool. You can add those whenever you feel like it is necessary. We get some fender flares too on the Bighorn and up. Previously it was only available in the Laramie and up, and now it's available on the Bighorn too, but we still get it in the Laramie. 1500 SST, signifying the regular output twin turbo straight 6 Hurricane motor. Chrome Ram lettering, chrome tow mirrors. They extend, they have an LED Ram turn signal on it. Blind spot monitoring on the glass. 2-way mirror. The bottom kind of helps you see what's going on with your trailer if you're towing a trailer. Proximity lighting as well. Proximity key and smart access for the driver and a front passenger. We'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile. Nothing too crazy. These regular highway all-season tires, again, you can upgrade to the all-terrains. It will really transform the look of this pickup. Out rear, we get full wheel well liner, same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. Push to open gas cap with easy fill. I'd recommend doing premium fuel here. I believe Ram says anything mid-grade and up is acceptable. We get full LED tail, well, not full LEDs, they're LED for the brake light. The turn signal is a halogen, and the reverse light, as you see, is an LED. Full rear parking sensing, Laramie lettering, Ram badge in the center of this tailgate. That's new for 2025. Previously it was only like this in the Classics and the Rebel trims or the TRX, but now we have it here on all Ram trims. 4x4 in the corner. Shout out Furman CDJR in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. Trailer hitch, I'll leave a link right here, show you exactly what this truck can tow. Backup camera right above this grab handle. We don't get a bed liner here, pretty basic overall. We get tie downs. You can do an aftermarket bed liner. We do get LED lights in this bed. That is appreciated in both corners. That's about it though, guys. We can lift this right back up. We get dual exhaust tips on all Hurricane 3-liter straight 6 models, whether you go with the regular output or the high output. But speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up this regular output 3-liter twin turbo straight 6, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 3-liter Hurricane Twin Turbo Straight 6 sold by Ram for the 2025 1500s. And it sounds okay, definitely one of the more underwhelming parts about this pickup. The power is certainly not underwhelming, cranking out 25 more horsepower, 59 more pound-feet of torque compared to the outgoing 5.7, totaling out at 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this 5,200 pound full-size pickup truck to 60 in the mid to high 5-second range, making it a no-joke performer, over half a second quicker compared to the outgoing 5.7. But what you see is basically what we get. It's also a lighter power plant with more space to work all throughout. But we can shut this thing right up or down, take a step back, walk around this 2025 Ram 1500 one more time, let this guy pass. But okay, we'll take a step inside and see what we get with Ram's entry-level luxury pickup truck. And for an entry-level luxury pickup, as you saw with the previous pre-facelift, this is one of the most impressive available today. We'll turn these lights back to auto so the car is not yelling at me, or the truck. We get leather stitching up top, wood trim beneath it, soft touch materials in the center with suede Alcantara in the actual center, aluminum door handle, 2-person memory seats. We get adjustable tow mirrors, they're power folding, auto one touch up front with new window controls for this post facelift, leather stitching in the center, soft touch grab handle, 2 tiers of storage. You'll stack 2 or 3 footlongs back here. You'll stack probably 3 or 4 6-inch subs, 32-ounce water bottle, and a 24-ounce water bottle right behind it. We get the Alpine sound system, not the Harman Kardon, but the Alpine system still sounds fantastic. No running boards, unfortunately. You can add them in the aftermarket for about 250 bucks. That's what I paid for mine, and it took me about 30-40 minutes to install them. The seats on the Laramie, this is why you go for the Laramie trim over the Bighorn. You get these heated and ventilated leather and suede Alcantara contrasted seats. Laramie stitching up top. The headrest is also leather with white contrast stitching. Fully adjustable 2-way lumbar. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide with aluminum outside of the controls. They're 2-person memory seats as well. But taking a step inside, the grab handle is appreciated since we do not get running boards. Before the brake, engine start, stop. Get this bug out of here. And everything fires right to life. Cool. But overall, guys, compared to the pre-facelift, really not a whole lot has changed. There are some subtle changes. The window controls, the trailer steering controller, trailer brake controller, the knob here has a slightly different feel. But overall, outside of that, really not a whole lot has changed compared to the outgoing Laramie. Not like it needed to, because it was already one of the most impressive luxury pickups in the segment, especially considering the price point. We still get the 3D Ram horn logo, the horn itself, loud and aggressive. People will definitely be getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We had dual pane windows in the pre-facelift, and we still get them here on the post-facelift. We don't get a power tilt and telescope, but we do get a latch 2 tilt and telescope adjustments for the infotainment. You can hang up and answer your phone calls, and we also get drive mode select now. We did not get that on the pre-facelift. We get sport mode, tow mode, snow mode, auto mode, and off-road mode. Off-road, sport, and snow automatically engage 4-wheel drive auto. You can disengage 4-wheel drive auto and still stay in those drive modes, but those 3 modes automatically engage for auto. We'll try out sport when we do an acceleration off the line. It also turns off your traction control. That's probably why it engages 4-wheel drive auto. But outside of that, we'll do most of this review in just regular auto mode. The gauges are about the same. The center display is a little bit different compared to the pre-facelift, but still really impressive. Not the full digital display, which is available, but just not on this specific Laramie model. We get the tach on the left side. It goes to about 5,900 RPM for the regular output, about 6,100 on the high output. Coolant to the left of it. On the right side, 120 mile-an-hour speedometer with the fuel level to the right of it. The infotainment display, right now we're looking at a digital speedo. You see driver info, vehicle info, trip info, audio, messages, settings, and right back to where we started. As far as the vehicle info, you see fuel economy, coolant temperature, and all the gauges for your auxiliary, trans temp, oil pressure, oil life, oil level, battery voltage, tire pressure, engine start stop, and the drive mode selector with the idle, drive, and total engine hours as well. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably be this advanced safety features screen, so we'll leave it there. On the right side, we have a radar cruise control adjustments with the gear limit underneath. That disables your engine start stop and cylinder deactivation. I'm not quite sure if this Hurricane engine has cylinder deactivation. I'll leave a link right here, let you know if it does. But for the Hemi, that would disable the cylinder deactivation. Same with the 3.6. To the left of the steering wheel, we have our interior brightness, auto headlamps, fog lights, and proximity lights, adjustable foot pedals, electronic parking brake, and hopefully you get a good look at the foot pedals with our hood latch release right underneath the steering column. You get 3 speakers for the Alpine sound system on the dashboard. The dashboard for the Laramie gets leather stitching. You get aluminum outside of this dashboard area with some wood grain. RAM for this little extra storage with our 12-volt center Alpine speaker. 12-inch infotainment display. It is massive, and just like the outgoing model, you get some of the best overall display in the business. We'll exit out of this gas station and you can see the response excellent, the overall map top-notch. Been one of the best since it came out back in 2019, and some things honestly just don't really need to change. The only complaint that I really have with this Laramie trim, we get heated and ventilated seats with a heated steering wheel, and since we have the 12-inch display, we don't have any hard buttons for any of that. You got to go into this little screen, heated seats, heated steering wheel, ventilated seats, and you can adjust the zones and activate the sync. But you can get used to it. I'm not saying that it's going to be an inconvenience long term, but initially you will definitely miss having the buttons for it. Lane keep assist up top, hazards, the gear selector, as we mentioned, feels a little bit different compared to the outgoing model. Backup camera, and since it's a vertical display, although we have some of the best resolution in the business, we can't access the entire screen for the backup camera. For that reason, I do prefer vehicles with horizontal displays if you're going to do something massive like this. You can also zoom in, turn off guidance lines and trajectory. Throwing right back into park, we return right back to the previous screen. 4 auto, 2-wheel drive, 4 high, and 4 low. We'll start the review off in 2-wheel drive. When we enter sport, it'll automatically throw us into 4-wheel drive auto, and we'll just see what changes up. We can turn off the auto engine start stop beneath it. Trailer brake controller, trailer steering controller for the reverse right next to it. These are both a little bit different compared to the pre-facelift. We get our home screen too, we can check it out. There we get a map, song that's currently playing, and all the extra information. Media, comfort, and here you can access and comfort the heated and ventilated seats at all times. Phone, vehicle, here you can adjust the cameras and the mirror dimmer with overall settings, dashboard, and camera to the left of it, and our apps. Here we get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. My personal favorite would be the home screen, so we will leave it there. Beneath that, 2 USB-A and C ports with an aux port. We also get a wireless phone charger here too. Down below we have a 400-watt, 115-volt AC outlet. We'll move my information papers out of the way. A little bit of extra storage down below, and Ram has some of the best center console storage in the business. You can fit so much in the center console area. We get 2 cup holders. You'll fit 24-ounce bottles, coin slots, nice little extra area. Unlike the higher trims, we don't get any closed compartment here, but we get this massive center compartment, which is lined in felt, which it isn't on the Bighorn. Additional USB-A port. You can open up this actual center console. We get our trigonomic ratio, hypotenuse, Pythagorean theorem, metric, conversions, and our fraction and decimal chart as well. And as you see, an absolute massive amount of storage. We don't get that lockbox like we do in the Built to Serve, and unlike the Bighorn, we get this Ram 3D letter printed in the center of this armrest, but other than that, it's just about the same exact material. We get 2 tiers of glove boxes. The top tier is hard plastic. It says Laramie on it. It's pretty large. You could probably fit a pair of shoes in there if you're under a size 10. As you said, it says Laramie outside of it. We get a lockable glove box down here too. That was not available on the pre-facelift. We can drop it. It is pretty small. This looks significantly smaller than the pre-facelift. You won't fit any license plates in here strictly because of the depth. Let's see if it closes. Okay, so you will fit license plates in here, but I wouldn't expect you to fit more than, say, 10, possibly 15. I would expect a slightly larger glove box for a full-size pickup, but if that's my only complaint here, it just says how impressive this pickup really is. We get a basically frameless auto-dimming rearview mirror, sunglass holder. You can open up the 5th window back there. It opens up pretty quickly. We can shut it right up. The interior lights in here are LED, a little bit different compared to the pre-facelift. You can drop the tailgate with a click of a button or 2 clicks of a button. Assist, SOS, 3 garage home link settings, and that's about it for the front seat of this 2025 Ram Laramie 1500. Let's take a quick look at this window sticker that was on the ground. See any features that I may have missed on this 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4. 63,880 with the Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 with the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder Hurricane standard output twin turbo engine, 8-speed auto. You can pause, take a look at all the rest of the standard features. $245 for the diamond black crystal pearl coat exterior paint color, $1295 for the leather trim bucket seats as opposed to the 3rd seat in the center with the full-length upgraded floor console, $1695 for the trailer tow group, giving us all those goodies, $395 for the Laramie Level 1 equipment group that gives us the rain-sensitive windshield wipers and the power tailgate release, 195 for the 392 rear axle ratio, which would help with the throttle response tremendously, and 495 for the anti-spin differential, which kind of functions as a limited slip. Almost a $2,000 destination charge totals us out a tick under 70,000 bucks, but Ram is giving pretty decent discounts on these 2025s already. I've seen upwards of 6,000-7,000 bucks off MSRP, which will give you close to base price before taxes and fees, making it a pretty solid value for a really luxurious pickup. 19 combined MPGs, almost 20, 17 in the city, 24 on the highway. Pretty decent upgrade compared to the 5.7. That's about it though, guys, for the window sticker, and that's about it for the front seat of this 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the overall quality of the material. So just like up front, we get leather stitching up top with wood trim beneath it, all soft touch in the center, aluminum door handle, not an auto one touch window, but it's still a power window. See if we get dual panes out rear. We do not, but we do get them up front, which will help with the interior noise tremendously. Cushy soft armrest, just like in the pre-facelift, more that suede Alcantara, rubberized grab handle, 2 tiers of storage. You'll stack 2 14-inch subs back here, big gulp, and you'll stack 3 or 4 6-inch subs. Additional one of your Alpine speakers. The rear seats are surprisingly well bolstered for a back seat of a pickup with more of that suede Alcantara, perforated in the center, heated rear seats, not ventilated. We can lift them up. We get some storage down here. You can access it with just lifting this up, and you can throw stuff back here, not worry about them sliding around, or you can drop it and access a flat floor, throw a sleeping bag back here, air mattress, and if your wife kicks you out, you still have a place for the roof over your head in the back of your 2025 Ram Laramie. We also get these Ram cargo boxes on both sides of this interior with removable plastic pieces, so you can dump ice out of here and still have a nice clean interior of your truck, or you can throw bungee cords in there, hunting accessories, fishing accessories, whatnot, and nobody will see what you got going on down there. And of course, same thing on the opposite side. Taking a step inside, we can use this grab handle to make things a little bit easier, since we don't have any running boards, which again, I would recommend installing in the aftermarket if you get this truck or any truck without them. We get mat pockets behind both of the front seats, air vents, 2 USB A and C ports, heated second row seats, 115 volt, 400 watt AC outlet, 2 cup holders, and Laramie and Up gets this actual interior center console as opposed to just a regular old school cloth console that we would get on the Bighorn. And this is really impressive. We get 2 cup holders, you'll fit 24-ounce bottles, soft leather stitching for the actual armrest area, with a second little console area where you'll fit probably 6, maybe 7 iPhones in there, or again, more car accessories. The interior lights back here are LED. That's also new for 2025, with 2 additional speakers which are booming right behind your head. Really impressive legroom too. I have about a foot of knee room, headroom, about 3-4 inches. If you're under 6'8", 6'9", maybe even 7 feet tall, you'll sit in the back of a Ram 1500 with no problem. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this beautiful all new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie. It is, again, a beautiful luxury truck, and now with this all new 3-liter straight 6 twin turbo Hurricane motor, it is quick. And speaking of quick, let's take this 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, in 2-wheel drive, the steering feels good, about the same as the pre-facelift. Ride quality with these all seasons, a little bit rougher than it would be if you got the off-road package with the all-terrains, the Falcon Wild Peaks, but it's still really good ride quality. It feels softer than a Bighorn without the all-terrains too. I'm not quite sure if the Laramie and Bighorn get different suspension setups, but considering the way that this rides with these tires, it does feel like it. The brakes feel sharp, very sharp, probably because it's a little bit lighter up front with this twin turbo V6 compared to the 5.7 that I drive. We'll take a step out here, lean into it a little bit. Throttle response is a little bit lighter than the Hemi, but we'll see what happens once we get into some boost. About half throttle. Woo! Yeah, I mean, that's noticeably stronger. I wouldn't say very noticeably stronger. I thought I had to make a right turn. We'll try out some passing power here, about 3rd throttle. Strong, not super strong. It does feel a little bit quicker than the 5.7, but not by much. I'd say maybe half a second 0 to 60 quicker, but we'll lean into it a little bit more and really see. And speaking of lean into a little bit more, let's slow down a little bit. Try a little highway pull on the gas. Ooh, yeah, that feels stronger. Ooh, yeah, you look down and you are moving noticeably stronger. So yeah, I take that back. You can definitely feel that it's at least half a second, probably 0.6, 0.7 quicker, 0 to 60. And up top, this thing can rip. It continues to pull all the way through red line. That's not even in sport mode. Brakes still feel very good. Taking a step out here, light throttle. Rides over the bumps really nicely, noticeably better than my Ram Bighorn did without the all-terrains, and noticeably better than the Bighorn we already reviewed for 2025 on this channel. Just cruising along. With the dual pane windows, it is silent in here. Really calm over the bumps. Yeah, guys, over the bumps here with these regular highway all seasons, it feels just as soft, if not softer, than my Ram Bighorn with the all-terrains. I'm not sure, again, if the Laramie gets a different suspension, but it most certainly does feel that way. Brakes feel really touchy in sport, about third throttle. Oh, you feel that boost kick in and you start moving. Doesn't really feel much stronger though in sport. We'll take a step out here, try one out off the line, and I'll catch right back with you. All right, guys, as soon as this car passes, we'll try one out off the line. No brake torque, just off the line on the gas. Strong. Wow. Whew. Yeah, shifts at around 5,500, and it feels quicker than the 5.7. I mean, it's supposed to feel quicker. The brakes feel really good. Handling feels a little bit lighter up front, to be expected, and coming out. Yeah, guys, no need to push it a whole lot further, and the ride quality is really impressive. On concrete pavement, it's just so quiet. This is such an impressive luxury pickup, and then you just lean into it. No, it doesn't sound anywhere as cool as the Hemi, but it's noticeably quicker and it's more efficient, and I know that's what a lot of people in this segment are looking for. When comparing it to an F-150, whether you're looking at the 3.5 or the 2.7, this engine feels so much more premium. The straight six in general just has a better snarl when it comes to induction note. This feels a little bit stronger up top, and the way that it builds the power feels really consistent. Is the 3.5 F-150 quicker? It very well may be quicker than the standard output, but compared to the high output, I'm not sure. I mean, you add 100 horsepower, 120 horsepower to this. You're adding 70 pound-feet of torque to this. This is already a really powerful pickup. You add that power, whew, I could only imagine. We'll enter this turn a little bit quicker than we've been entering them so far. Brakes just feel so good. Not sure if they upgraded the brakes or just the feel, but whew, feels really good and coming out, a lot of power. I'm liking it, guys. I'm definitely still a V8 guy. I do not regret going with the 5.7 one bit, but if I was looking for something quicker, there's no question at all that this 3-liter straight six is quicker. It's definitely quicker. One complaint that I have to give to Ram is why couldn't they add this 3-liter straight six, wonderful power plant to the lineup without taking out the 5.7? Like, you look at Ford, they offer 2 different turbocharged, twin turbocharged 6-cylinder options, but they still give you an available 5-liter V8, and I don't think they plan on getting rid of that option anytime soon. Chevy, they have 2 different 8-cylinder options, a diesel option and a turbocharged 4-cylinder option, which makes about the same power as one of Ford's 2.7-liter V6s. So they still give you the option for a V8. Ford gives you the option for a V8. The only companies that don't give the option for the V8 are Toyota with the Tundra, and we all know how consumers have been completely railing on Toyota the last couple of years for what they've been doing to their pickups. It seems like Ram is trying to be a little bit more similar to Toyota in that regard compared to Ford or Chevy. Also, considering that Ram and Toyota are the only companies so far that have gotten away with leaf springs just about completely. Regardless, if you're looking for a luxury pickup, I mentioned all the downsides, the upsides here completely outweigh the downsides. This has the best ride in the class. I am yet to feel all-season tires in a full-size pickup ride better than this. It's the quietest pickup in the class, and compared to outside of the 3.5, that's the red light camera, and outside of the 3.5 EcoBoost that you get from Ford, there isn't a turbocharged power plant in the segment that can keep up with this 3-liter Hurricane twin turbo straight six. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 100% recommend checking out a 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie. And a big thanks to Mike and the rest of the management and staff here at Furman Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Mike, and a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.